I'll tell you my definition of success. It's pretty simple. And I challenge myself to keep it simple, is being happy. That's it. That's my definition of success. And that could be very deflating for some of you listening to me say, hey, Alex, that's it? That's your definition of success? Yeah, that's my definition of success. It's being happy. I want to be happy. I want to be wealthy and healthy in every area of my life. And that makes me happy. And if I'm not healthy and wealthy in certain areas of my life, I've learned to tie happiness to the journey of getting there, because we're all a work in progress, right? Like I'm not a finished product. I'm nowhere close to a finished product. You're not a finished product. The question is, are you working on yourself, right? And so ask yourself, one of the ways you can work on yourself is just figure out what makes you happy. Figure out how you define success. And whatever answer you come up with, go do more of that. Go do more of that. Because I promise you, if you wake up and you're happy and you go to sleep and you're happy, you're going to have some ups and downs sandwiched in the middle of your day. But if you wake up and go to sleep happy, you're a happy person. You're going to love life. You're going to live life to the fullest, right? And again, I'm not here to say that you're not going to have challenges and adversity. In fact, I can guarantee, and I'm not going to guarantee very many things on this show, but I'll guarantee that your life is going to be faced with adversity and challenges. So what? Lean into it, because that's what you need to be growing from and learning from, are those challenges and those adversities. Socrates said this: an undisciplined life is a chaotic life. An undisciplined life is a chaotic life. So clarity and focus are the things that you really need to figure out. You got to get clarity. What is it you want your life to look like? What do you want your business to look like? Because if you're currently living your life and you have a business that doesn't inspire you, that you're not happy about, that is just it's faltering, like that's on you, right? Like you might need to go back and take a few steps and go back to square one and ask yourself, hey, what do I really want? And are the efforts and actions I'm putting into my life and in my business, is that aligned with what I really want? So many people are operating with a lack of clarity. And if you're operating with a lack of clarity, you're like what's that analogy? A leaf, blowing around outside. Like the wind is going to take you where it wants to take you. Don't be that leaf. Have clarity. Be a rock. A rock knows it wants to be there, right? It's fixed. The wind isn't going to move that rock. So, and maybe that's a terrible analogy actually, because you don't want to just be set in place. You want to be moving forward. But I think you get the idea. You know what I mean? You want to have clarity, and one of the ways you do that, which I've shared several times in the show, is by having a written vision for your life. This is something I learned years ago from the Life Inner organization, and my coaches at the time, Steve Cook and Sean McCloskey. They taught me how to create a vision for my life, have it on paper, and now decisions are filtered through that vision, not filtered by dollars and cents, or filtered by the microwave society we live in, what's going to feel good now versus long term. So have a written vision for your life, and then have goals that support that vision and that lifestyle, and then whatever it is that you want to accomplish. But once you have that clarity, right? Once you have that vision, you have goals, now you can focus. It's much easier to focus when you have clarity, when you have vision, when you have goals, and then it's easier to reverse engineer your way to success, right? Right now, what you might be trying to do is you're doing XYZ work or task or whatever it is you do on a daily basis to achieve success, but you couldn't be like that leaf in the wind, and you're not really knowing that, and that's why you're distracted, and that's where shiny object syndrome comes into play, and that's why you're subscribed to 157 newsletters and email things. You've opted in and you've bought this course and that course, and you watch this YouTube video and that YouTube video, because you got no clarity, you got no focus. So start by creating a vision for your life. If you go to flipempire.com, in the search bar, just put vision, and there's numerous episodes on that. Are you vulnerable? Are you real? Are you transparent? Are you putting profits over people instead of people over profits? Are you operating in life and in business without clarity, without focus, without a vision? What's your definition of success? I just summarized the 5 things I wanted to share with you on this show. And I want you to ask yourself how that plays out in your life and how that plays out in your business. I'd love to start a dialogue. If you can share this episode on social media, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, wherever, tag me. Let's start a dialogue. This is the kind of message that I truly believe people need to hear. And I'm always here for you. I cannot wait for the upcoming episodes. you've noticed some light rebranding with the Flip Empire show, and I got some incredible guests, just people that are gonna blow you away with the content that they're gonna share